Hello and welcome once again to Smashcast. I'm your host, Wizard Black Mage. Joining me today, Brit from 8 Brit.
I blew a kiss last time.
I'm
sorry.
100%. He's just needy. A needy kisser.
Yeah. I want to kiss all up on America.
I'm glad. Jake is not with us.
Hello.
I was going to do a bit where Jake was dead.
Oh. we have Ryan filling in for Casey, who is, I always forget her, dumb internet girl.
Yeah.
Is that dumb internet girl?
Wow, it's mean.
Of course, there'll be a link there. Okay, so we're, random.
Oh, God.
Game & Watch? I don't want this.
It's going to go so fast.
Can I undo this?
No, dude. No. I think this is good.
It
switches. It's going to be interesting, I think.
That's true. It's my least favorite stage, but that's okay.
We're not playing.
No, we're not playing.
it is the best to watch.
If you're joining for the first time, we've each selected a random CPU to represent us as we speak. Ryan this time has Link.
I got Link.
Brit has Lucario. I have Meta Knight, and we gave Jake Wario filling in for Jake.
We looked through all the characters and Wario looks the most like Jake.
Right. Because Jake is short and chubby.
And rides a motorcycle, farts, and eats garlic.
Loves garlic. He can't get enough of it.
He's always like, garlic this, garlic that.
It's true.
Garlic is amazing.
I do like garlic. So we have that in common.
That's why we're friends.
That only.
That only. Just garlic. Today we are speaking about horrible plot lines in video games, and I think also terrible game mechanics. I think I didn't mention it to you previously.
No.
But that might be the second part of the podcast.
There goes all my ideas.
Did really adding more deplete you of your...
Well, no, because I didn't have any ideas to begin with.
Well, you want to go last? We could choose you last. You can think. It's like when you're ordering at a restaurant, you're like, I'll go last. And then you're like, okay, I have a time. I gotta get this what I want to do.
That's usually how it
never
works.
Make a decision in that time.
I do.
I always make the decision, not in the time that everyone else is ordering, but when it gets to me, and she's like, or he, depending on who is taking my order, is like, what would you like now? I just look at an item and that's what I order.
Yeah, I get so stressed in those kind of situations.
It's too much. I've actually sent people away for hours and just gone home and eaten a sandwich.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you guys suck then.
I mean, that's just...
So, I'll go last, and by that time I'll stall.
Excellent. Britt, did you have one that...
Terrible storylines?
Yeah, terrible...
I mean, yeah. I feel like it's too easy, though. Because you know what I'm going to say.
I'm not entirely sure.
No.
Sonic is stupid.
And
I think it's because I'm an old man now.
Yes.
I am disenchanted by Sonic.
That one kid will not approve.
Like Sonic.
We spent, 30 minutes?
40 minutes.
40 minutes playing Sonic Generations yesterday. It took 30 or 40 minutes to figure out what was happening.
Yeah. I still don't really know. I don't know. They can have the most outlandish plot, whatever, but do what Mario does, where there's no exposition. There doesn't need to be. It's a Sonic game. Like, you don't have to explain what everyone's doing at every single...
Is this a particular Sonic game, or just...
modern Sonic. Well,
yeah.
I mean, all of them had kind of dumb storylines, but, like, the older ones didn't, like, shove narrative down your throat. Narrative that didn't matter.
But even with that, we see narrative being shoved down our throats with Mario. With games like Sunshine and the Galaxy series.
Just text boxes where you can be like, not like stupid cutscenes.
Dot, 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 dot.
Well, I don't know. Galaxy had pretty hefty cutscenes.
But Galaxy was also really good.
That's true.
I don't know. Yeah, like, I agree. Like, the more modern Mario games are somewhat plot heavy. I was thinking more of 3D World, where there's stuff that's happening, but it's like, it's done, there's just characters shrieking, and all of a sudden Bowser has kidnapped them.
Right.
And then you go and save them.
Right.
That's all it needs. And Sonic doesn't need fucking Chaos Emeralds, for the Chows, whatever, Sky Sanctuary, bullshit, Shadow the Hedgehog, Iblis Trigger. All of these things can be just taken out of the game, and it would be a lot better.
Right. Yeah.
It's just dumb. And I think it's because I'm an older gentleman.
You know,
at 22.
I don't know if it's been done, but I think that a really good concept would be Sonic Racing.
Oh, yeah.
But not in a go-kart. Just the fast characters.
Yeah, that's done.
Is that a thing?
Sonic R.
Okay.
It's been done.
Okay.
This is actually
It's
my
terrible.
Was it not good?
It's so bad.
What?
Sonic R?
I don't remember it.
You acted like, what? No, that game was great. I don't know. I don't know about it. Well, everybody's pretty tied. You see that?
Yeah, it's pretty evenly matched.
I think Lucario's gonna have the most kills though.
Well, yeah.
I've seen him like he does that little fucking spirit bomb and kills everyone.
It's crazy. I wasn't as distracted by the screen last time, and that's because my head was turned away from it.
Yeah.
Which is why I wanted to do this at the table. But
well,
too bad.
Circumstances did not allow it. So
can't always get what you want. The great Aerosmith once said. Yeah, so that's like my one. Just my number one thing is Sonic, because I don't know, it annoys me, and I feel bad because like Sonic Generations, I wasn't having a bad time.
Mm-hmm.
Really like the music,
right?
And you know what that means.
You don't like the game.
No, yeah.
That is your default. I like the music.
That's my compliment for the like. You ever see a girl that's like, or like you compliment? It's not necessarily a girl. Compliment anyone. It's just something like, dude, I really like your hair. But it's like the only thing you can think of to like. I don't know.
The lighting really hits your face.
You have probably lungs.
Many attractive points.
But yeah, that's probably my number one pick. I'll think of some others.
Yeah, it's pretty easy. There are a lot of games out there that don't have very good storylines. The one that I was thinking of when I thought of it, I forgot to mention the reason that we're talking about terrible storylines is that this is the Halloween episode.
And nothing says terrible games like scaring people.
Right. It was supposed to be so bad they're scary. It'll be in the description.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I had no idea.
Yeah, I know. Brit, I'm sorry.
He originally told me
horrible games that are absolutely
so Ryan
ghastly. You were there. I don't know why you didn't hear it.
Okay, I was not informed that I was there. Next time, maybe tell me I'm there.
Okay, I will. Next time I'll be like, information, Brit, you're here right now.
You know, maybe we won't have this problem.
You should have a checkbox as like, existence, check. So far, that's the only thing on the checkbox. Anyways, what was your game?
The game that I was going to mention would be, Castlevania 2.
Oh, yeah. I was there.
Yeah.
I remember.
You were there for it. I don't know what happened. I haven't played it. I know that the gameplay itself is not good or great in either direction, but the story, from what I understand, is you defeated Dracula in the first game, which caused a curse throughout all of Europe, maybe. And you are now going around collecting the bits of Dracula to put him back together, resurrect him, and fight him again.
Yep.
Is that on par with
That's it. You're going to say, hey, Dracula, I'm going to kick your ass again unless you lift this curse.
Right.
Yeah, that's...
That... I mean,
It's not great.
I can see where it came from. It's not the least understandable storyline. It's just, could there not be better? Could they have not done a better?
Well, yeah, they could have.
Because I like
I think that's the whole point.
Later Castlevanias kind of just went, well, Dracula doesn't ever die, so this will just be a thing.
It's just like every century you gotta go kick his ass.
Yeah.
A different Paramount has to be like, okay, Dracula, it's time for me to kick your ass.
Right.
That's how
Are you?
says.
That's like that Belmont. Like there have been 2 generations of Belmonts that didn't have to do it, and that Belmont's just like, oh, God, that really skips a generation, and it's mine. Great.
I was adopted. I'm not even a real Belmont.
Completely apathetic in the entire castle. It's just like, I don't care. I don't want to do this. He meets a Frankenstein, and the Frankenstein's just like, I'm gonna kick your butt, and he's just like, I don't even. Could you just? That's fine. That's fine. We'll have someone else do this.
That's great. Yeah. Yeah. Castlevania 2 is pooty. I played it when I was a kid. I had 2 and 3. But 3 was...
3's your favorite one.
Yeah, 3 was the first... Castlevania 3 was the first game I ever played in my life. Like, it's the imagery of the second level is, like, forever burned into my brain.
Hey.
I love it.
For me, it was Link to the Past.
That's a good...
Yeah.
That's a good first game.
Yeah, it was. I think... My parents were both like, man, we really want our kids to be cool, and so they were like, oh man, A Link to the Past is probably the best game we can think of, and they're like, you kids play this now, and we spent hours with it. My grandmother actually like helped me out because I would get stuck, and she's like, well, I love this puzzle because she played it too.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, and so it's just like fond memories of playing Zelda and hanging out with my grams.
I was gonna say, parents, you really want your kid to be cool, give them a cigarette. Have them smoke.
You pronounce Sega wrong.
Cigarette.
Sega.
Spliff it.
They even have a pronunciation tutor at the beginning of every time you turn it on.
Yeah, it does.
Cigarette.
No,
that's not how
Cigarette.
it goes. No, not how it goes. Not actually how it goes.
Oh, okay.
No, what? Oh, I booted up the PlayStation. It was like last year with a lady friend, and I was gonna play Legend of Mana with her. And
you talk about Legend of Mana again.
I know every single time. This is actually about the PlayStation, and it does the little PlayStation like sound. Yeah, the boot up for the PlayStation 1. And she's like, "Wait, what? Why did it do that?" And I was like, "What do you mean? Why did it do that?" And she's like, "Well, that's a Tomb Raider sound." And I was like, "No." She's only ever played Tomb Raider on her PlayStation,
oh,
so
wow.
she just thought it was. I mean, I could understand it.
Yeah.
But no, actually, sound built into the system. Because that's like, the GameCube does it too. Like, you can boot up the GameCube and it'll do the GameCube thing.
Yeah.
And then it'll be like, there's no disc in here. And it's like, okay, why didn't you know that before you did the little GameCube thing? GameCube?
I love holding down the Z.
Yeah.
Or, if you know, if you have 4 controllers and you do it, it's different.
Are you serious?
Yeah, it's I think it's bongos. It's like...
Yeah. Yeah,
That's
when
awesome.
someone showed me that, I was like, what? Whoa! Turn it on again. I want to see it again.
I just realized something. There are no items. But the game is going by fast, I think.
Are you serious? We turned all items on.
Maybe you turned...
Oh, you turned them all on, but you had already turned them all off?
That's weird.
Or something? I don't know.
I thought those were selected to be off. I wondered why they were all shaded gray.
Yeah.
Shades of gray.
Man, we did not do a very good job loading this episode.
Ain't no rainbow shining on me. Everybody knows that.
Is it counting
Billy
down the
Joel.
number of... what are they called? Lives?
Yeah.
What are the lives called?
Stock.
Yeah.
Okay. So, it's pretty close, but
Yeah.
Link is tied for second to last.
Right.
With Warriors.
Meta Knight and Lucario are pretty evenly
Dude.
matched.
But Macario's about to bite. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah, actually, I thought of another bad storyline. That's a horror game.
Oh.
Yeah.
It really fits into the theme.
A double. as they would say in sports.
Okay.
Link just took a lot of hits.
he's out of
No.
here. Resident Evil, namely 5 and 6.
Okay, I was about to say, Resident Evil, the first one, has an amazing storyline, and you need to shut your mouth.
Oh my goodness. No, 5 and 6, where it's like
I agree.
I don't know. I don't think it needs to be really said. It's just not good.
Right.
That's where they went like really over the top. I love Metal Gear Solid, but they really Metal Geared that plot. And
what is that? Exactly does that phrase mean?
They made it so
convoluted.
Convoluted. There we go. They just added in more characters, more events, and more words that don't
more
mean anything.
Lines.
Yeah.
They don't tie them together, and then they give you more plot lines, and you're like, does that go with the last plot line, or is this a different thing?
And I'm not trying to say Metal Gear Solid's plot line's bad, because I like it a lot. It just they like crowbarred it into the Resident Evil series.
On the topic of horrible plot lines, I wasn't ever interested in Metal Gear Solid.
But I've never even heard of Metal Gear Solid.
Sorry.
Because I thought it was just your run-of-the-mill war hero kind of a game. It was just like, why do people talk about this so much?
Right.
It's nothing special. It's every action movie. Oh, no.
It's so much.
It's
I love it. Because didn't you see like I have Metal Gear Rising. I think you saw the cover and like what Metal Gear what is this? Like that's Metal Gear Rising. Is like is this like part of the plot or I was like no, it's not canon. I mean it's like a Metal Gear game, but it's just kind of different gameplay wise. and he was like you're like so they're all kind of like this, right? I'm like yeah, there's like cyborgs and ninjas and you're like, oh!
I don't remember this conversation.
I honestly...
Yeah, you saw the case because it's like him like on the cover with like a red eye, like, like what is that?
Yeah, I also, too, did not as well know the plot.
That was worded excellent.
You're welcome, everybody. That was the best sentence you'll hear. Until you played 2, Metal Gear Solid 2, and I was like, oh... Like
that's what this is.
Just as I was watching, I was like, because when you were bragging about it, I was like, "There's no way
I feel like
that game is that good."
Given
what zero information I have about it, and then when I saw it, I was like, "I get it. I understand now why Brit is so in love with this series." I apologize to myself for years for keeping myself in the dark on everything that this game is.
Talking about keeping people in the dark, maybe we shouldn't do that to our audience members that aren't familiar. Does someone want to give like a synopsis?
Okay, I'll give one. Best I can.
Good luck. I don't think they have enough stock to give the entire plot.
No, I'm not gonna give the entire plot. I'm just gonna give you the fucking bare minimum. All right. So there's this legendary soldier. His name's Big Boss or Naked Snake. He got cloned. Because he's like, we could...
3 times, right?
8.
Okay.
3
survivors?
3 survivors.
Okay.
Technically 2. You don't find out there's a 3rd until the second game, David.
I'm sorry. I'm already spoiling...
You've already made it more complex than what I wanted to do. Okay.
He got cloned. There are clones. You follow the story of the clones that are alive.
Yeah, okay. And you play it, namely Solid Snake, a clone that's kind of gone rogue. And there's some shadow organizations vying for power of the world.
Which I think we mentioned in the last cast.
Did we?
A little bit.
Yeah. There's like Foxhound and the Patriots or the Lale Lule Lo, just a bunch of different shit.
Right.
And yeah, Metal Gear itself is a bipedal tank capable of launching nukes from anywhere. Like it doesn't need a launch pad; it can just fly around. And, like I'm gonna launch nukes from here that can reach wherever, and it's a big deal. It's because it's like
imagine Metroid Prime with a nuke rocket launcher.
Yeah.
But better and less colorful.
Yeah, they're pretty much big walking dummies. But yeah, and you're like trying to stop them because Snake is anti-Metal Gear, and that's as far as I want to go into it. But it's way deeper than that. But just as a surface level, Snake's a clone of a legendary soldier.
So basically, just the run of the mill.
Yeah,
War hero. He was the best that they had, but he went into hiding. That sort of thing.
Yeah,
he actually did go into hiding, Ryan.
Yeah.
After the events of Metal Gear 2.
Haven't played one.
The MSX NES games. After Metal Gear 2, he goes to Alaska and raises sled dogs. And he gets called back in from Metal Gear Solid 1 to stop the terrorists.
So it's 50% cliche action.
It's half.
I think,
but the other 50% is worth it.
It calls itself out too.
Yeah, I wanted to put in for a little bit of context. Metal Gear Solid is half like give me like a spy movie. Like, okay, half James Bond, half Cool Runnings. It's a sled dog movie.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Eight Below.
Yeah.
Snow Buddies.
Snow Day.
Okay, what are you saying, Ryan? Jamin?
Was that at me? Were you
Yeah,
calling me Ryan Jamin? Were you like, okay, no, Ryan's the other guy. Not Jake. Carmen? Jamin.
David, what were you going to say?
I don't know.
You said it calls itself out.
Oh, yeah, no, it does. It just calls itself out. Was literally all I was going to say. That was 100%. I got it out.
Okay, alright.
Yeah.
Going back to the plot, games with bad plots, I still don't have any myself. I typically consider myself an optimist. So, like, I don't look at games and say, this is a bad game. I just say, this game isn't for me. But
someone's gotta like this game. Air Control.
I actually thought about those, but I left those out. Air Control and Zen Fish Game.
Did you look it up?
The Freddy Krueger theme song, or something like that. Anyways, I wish Daniel was here though, because he has a lot to say about the plot of Destiny and how it works itself up with a lot of lore, and only to not conclude any of it. And
I've heard that.
And how it's already advertising DLC.
That's just modern games.
Yeah.
But
that's like everything now.
Yeah, but
that was also kind of the point of Destiny, was that they wanted to create a living world.
I understand it to a point, because it's an MMO. Of course, they're gonna release DLC, but the fact that there's already like kind of concrete what they're gonna do, is a little fishy.
But
I have heard that complaint.
If you think about it, they were done writing the story 2 years ago for Destiny.
Yeah.
So they've had, while developing the actual game, 2 years to develop a new story. So if you're a writer, you don't just stop writing, and that's how they.
Sorry.
Stephen King is still making books, and he retired 10 years ago, and that's just because he had all of his ideas already written. He retired and then just pushed out the ideas that were already done. So, like, I understand where you could be like, okay, the game hasn't even come out, and you already got DLC coming out. But for them, the game was done.
Yeah.
They already wrote it. They were done. So, as far as the writers are concerned, because they're probably not also developers, they just went on to write more story.
Well, I mean,
and then when the early on developers finished up their bits, they're like, okay, well now we can work on the extra story that you've been working on. So really, if you think about it, it's just a chain of story development that's going to be happening, which will push the game out a lot faster.
Yeah, I mean, it just depends on, for me, how far along the DLC actually is.
Yeah.
Because there's like games that come out, it's like, buy the season pass. The DLC is on its way in 2 days, so you better pre-order so you can get it.
Yeah, and
like Mass Effect 3 did that. Like there was like a whole, like, you can only get this DLC for free if you got the collector's edition.
Right.
If not, it was $10.
And that kind of makes you think, did you sell me a non-finished game?
Yes.
Like, obviously that's going to be crucial.
Yeah.
Because it's added. Are you seriously trying to profit off of, like, get extra profit off of? But I don't think that's what they're doing, really, with Destiny, because obviously the game's been out for...
His complaint was less about... I mean, it was largely about that, but if you were to tell him that, I think he could say, like, oh, yeah, okay. First of all, I've not seen any gameplay besides what has been advertised through the somewhat non-legitimate gameplay that has not been actually...
Like the super
people
scripted.
playing it. Yeah, it was the
right.
scripted gameplay. This is just me telling you what I've heard.
Yeah.
He saw other people play. So this is very indirect, but it is a topic where he also talked about how apparently it gives a lot of backstory, but the only way to find some or hopefully find some conclusion to all this backstory, all this lore, was through the DLC. And that's something he really didn't think was appropriate.
I heard something about the ending. I don't know exactly, but a lot of people were disappointed by it. Yeah. I have barely played any of Destiny. I mean, from what I've played of the story, I don't know if if there's good enough exposition. I know there's a lot of lore and like a lot of cool stuff, but I don't know how well the storytelling actually is. I think it's got good shooter mechanics. It's got really good shooting mechanics.
Yeah, I've heard that the mechanics are solid. The mechanics are great, but they...
Story-wise, I have literally skin deep for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I won't be able to play for another...
I can't wait till you get it.
4 weeks. So... We'll
have bad mechanics are part of this topic as well.
Bad mechanics are another part of it. Before we get into that, I want to draw our attention directly to the battle, and it looks like Lucario's
still
in the
tied
lead.
for second to last.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys are
still tied for last.
Link and Wario actually getting kind of behind.
They're about as fast as each other.
Yeah.
In this game.
Actually, really not, because early in the game, I was 3 behind, and now I'm still 3 behind.
Yeah, you're still 3 behind.
So, somewhere along the line, someone had an advantage.
Yeah.
And it hasn't changed from that point. It's just
Meta Knight was a couple kills ahead. Now he's...
However, it does look like it is... It doesn't feel like we've been doing this for very long, and we're probably gonna have to...
We're already 30 lives down.
Yeah, almost halfway.
I have no way of knowing how long we've been at it.
Pull up Audacity.
Well, yeah, I could, but that's just... Come on.
I have literally no way.
No way of knowing that we've been doing this for 40 minutes. It's been 40 minutes.
Well, not of us actually talking.
Oh, that's true.
About 10 of it was setting up.
Ugh.
All the viewers need to know this.
Yeah, well, they already know. They're looking. They're like, okay, what?
I wonder how many minutes of setup there?
10. 10. Oh, okay. Yeah, write that down. It's gonna be the quiz at the end.
Quiz. Mark that down in your booklets. Packets.
Write that down in your copybook.
Copybook.
Look Around You is pretty good.
Yes, that was a Look Around.
Go watch it on the BBC.
Yeah, the BBC.
The first season, not the second season. Well, the second season's good too, but that's not what
Peter
I'm referencing.
Serafinowicz is pretty good, but you also weren't
referencing. They're two different things.
Yeah. Well, one takes a 50s style and the other is an 80s style.
Yeah.
Wow, that derailed much more than usual.
It was a derail. It was very off topic, but it's maintained
it's
short.
Important.
We still have the time to get back on track.
Back to it.
Right now.
Lucario's gonna win.
Okay.
I'm gonna say that right now. Lucario's gonna win.
I felt like he was gonna be solid because he's got a lot of ranged attacks and he's also strong up close.
I'm surprised that is this the game with Snake in it?
Yeah.
I'm surprised you didn't pick Snake.
His moves don't have priority. He doesn't all of his over A attacks are him pulling out something for him to launch. So he would get interrupted. Especially on this stage, he would be probably in last.
That's okay.
But no, he's super good. But only I don't know if a computer would be able to properly account for
use him.
account for how long his actual moves take.
Right, which is I think what we experienced with Pikachu in the last cast.
Yeah, because he was interrupted and thrown the heck off. The heck.
Before we get back on topic, I did want to mention Last time on the Smashcast, we mentioned Brit did not or was not looking forward to haunted things. Now that we're in October, last week you went to a haunted thing. How did you feel?
What was the haunted thing?
Haunted cave.
Where?
Lewis. not
Trick question.
Lewis's haunted cave.
Earth. Somewhere on America.
Every time we're gonna give away our destination.
Jesus. No. Okay. Here's what happened. All right. I didn't eat a whole lot that day. I took a shot of Jaeger, a big shot, a double shot.
Right.
So I wasn't drunk.
See,
I was
I didn't
buzzed.
even notice you take the shot.
It was the last bit. Like there was like a last bit of Jaeger, and I was like, I'll just drink it because everybody was like taking shots. It wasn't. There was like 4 people. And it was like, fine, I'll finish it. And then I was sitting on the couch, and everybody's like, dude, these people are going haunted housing. Let's go. And I was like, we can't drive. And then like they're like, okay, they'll pick us up. And they came to the house, and I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna go. They begged me to go. They begged David and I to go.
Yep.
And I was like, I can't drive. And our roommate gave her car keys to David. Like, hey, you drive. I'll pay whatever because I really want you guys to go. And we were out the door, and David's like, I have work in the morning.
Yeah.
And so he gave me the keys to give to her before they left. So I sprinted. I was like, I'm not going. David doesn't want to go, and it's probably not a good idea. And then somehow I was in the front seat of the car, in the passenger seat, on our way to the haunted cave. That's literally the next thing I knew. Like
really?
I
You
just
didn't even notice. No, they said that there's room for you in the car, and you were like, okay, and then you got into the car.
Yeah, that's right. Like,
and I was like,
can he fit back here? And I was like, no, who's up front? And then Jesse's like, our friend Jesse is like, no one's up front. And I was like, okay, I could sit there.
yeah, and I was just like, wait, I was like, is he coming back? And the car pulled away. Okay, I guess I'll just go inside and have the night to myself.
I just kind of, but it was a fast series of events. So I was on my way there, and my anxiety was kicking in. Wasn't too bad.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I was being a smartass to all the ghouls and ghosts.
Yep.
Called one of them racist.
I love it.
It was pretty good.
Yeah.
Just a little bit of clarification on that. He was wearing brown face paint. It was a white man wearing brown face paint. I mean, it's not like it was dirt. Like he had it smudged on his face. He had it caked around his face. You know, like blackface.
Right.
You know. And I was like, dude, that's blackface. Like, why do you got blackface on? Like, that's not cool. And he got really pissed off at me, and because he was about to do a whole spiel, like he was like, "You guys," like talking to our group, and I was like, "Dude, you have blackface." Just stopped him dead in his tracks. He just, like, I could see like just the anger spark in his. Yeah. And then he told me to can it.
Did he really?
Yes. He said, "Can it? You've angered the spirits, pal."
Oh my god.
That's excellent. Glad he mostly stepped in character for as much as he could.
Yeah.
I don't like breaking them because they are actors.
Yeah.
They do. That is their role. That's their whole point. And like, if they think they're doing a really good job and you just don't get it, it's just like, oh, I did not. You're disappointing them, like more than they're disappointing you, because you're having a good time, and that's not what they want. That was not their goal.
This other guy was like, just to wrap this up, so we can go on to the next topic. It was just kind of funny. This guy was like, "Give me an acronym for fear," and I was still probably a little bit buzzed at this time.
Of course.
And I said, "Scared." And he said, so I gave him a synonym. That's not what he wanted. He was like, acronym. And I was like, oh. And I think I said, like, fucking excited anger, right? And he said, no. And he said some stupid...
No R.
Fear. And then he said something else, like the real answer. And he was like, watch your mouth, there's kids here, like trying to be scary, but also trying to get me to not say fuck.
Right.
And I was like, oh, dude, I'm sorry, because there was.
Hold on, Warrior just walked off the stage.
He's good at this game. So he was like, I was like, oh yeah, there's a kid. I mean, no, the kids are being scared by people bloody and stuff. They're not gonna care that I said fuck.
Right.
Your parents take it, whatever. So like this kid said, or no, the guy being spooky was like, called me a little shit, I think, and I was like, hey, watch your mouth, there's kids here. And then he just kind of shut up and stopped his spiel. And that was that. So literally every ghoul, I just kind of, I feel a little bit bad because they're like, this asshole tonight.
Right.
Just kind of stopped me in my tracks.
Well, I love, and I know that we were trying to get off this topic, but if you're in a group and you talk to each other, the ghoul that you'll walk past, sometimes they won't even announce themselves because of the bit, will somehow phone up to ghouls further down and describe your group and describe you and be like, that guy's name is this. And so you'll go through and they'll like call you out.
That's really good.
Yeah,
I've never
love it.
seen that.
It's happened a few times. My brother and I actually went through and called each other fake names. And when we got to the front, the guy's like, "Who's Jesse?" And we're like, "No, there's no one in here named Jesse." He's like, "No, there's someone in your group named Jesse." And we're like, "No, man, there's not." And he's like, "What are your names?" And I was like, I'm David, this is Daniel, and whoever else was in our group. And he's like, "No, there was a Jesse in this group."
No.
The zombies like going through his paperwork.
See, I have the call log right here.
There is no Jesse. Oh darn it!
You're all free to go.
Southern zombie.
Y'all free to go unhindered by my spooks. Unhindered.
He really did not have a line for when there was not a Jesse in the group.
He was like, damn it, okay. Well, there was this one guy we kind of got held up, and he was like, you just kind of, I don't know what he was supposed to be. He was wearing a red hoodie and had a Siamese twin attached to it.
Okay.
And he was supposed to be a spooky ghoul. And we kind of got backed up because I think people got lost or something, so they're like, hey, you're going to have to wait. And this guy, like, we walked past him, he didn't even try to scare us. Like, he was just standing there. And I was like, hey, man. He was like, hey, what's up? How long you guys been waiting? We're like, I don't know, 5 minutes, not too bad. He's like, all right, cool. And Travis was trying to think of the name of the lady who played the Exorcist. And he, like, the kid knew.
Yeah.
The actress.
Oh, that's awesome.
And we're like, oh, thanks, man. He was like, no problem. You guys have a great night. We're like, thanks.
I've had two different experiences. There was one guy that was just standing in a room, and he was trying to be spooky, and we're like, dude, how's it going? And he's like, dude, I've been here all night. I'm ready to go home and just smoke one out. And we're like, seriously? He's like, yeah, I don't want to be here anymore. And that was the best. But there's one like 20 minutes from my hometown that we went to, and the guy was like really cool. We're like, dude, how? Because he did a spook, and we're like, dude, that was a really good spook. Have you been tonight? He's like, dude, really good. I get off in like 20 minutes. I'm gonna party. There's actually a party down the road. Do you guys want to go? And he gave us the address to the place, and he's like, dude, it's gonna be awesome.
We could spook her.
Yeah. So back to topic: terrible game mechanics.
No, I think
couldn't have segued any smoother, David.
I think that was an appropriate off-topic because it is
October.
It's Halloween. Yeah. I think it's good to kind of get that theme in the minds of the viewers, listeners. So, yes. Story and mechanic, or are we just doing mechanics?
I mean, if you found a story, go ahead and give us a... Okay.
Yeah, just mechanics then.
Yeah, they're just mechanics. Do any of us have a specific, like, mechanic?
I was going to do a bit where I said losing. I hate when a game... but I couldn't really formulate a good thought.
Losing is the worst game mechanic. Why even have that?
Why do I even lose in a game? Like, just make me win.
All games should just be Fez.
Oh.
I wish.
Every podcast we've done is Fez, just a little Fez reference.
Yeah.
Little cute Gomez.
Little Fezzy foo.
I actually don't have any game mechanics. I don't know why we're doing this one.
I guess you could say, like... I was going to say QuickTime events, but you can argue that sometimes they're done okay.
Sometimes they are, but most of the time they're not.
Yeah.
In conclusion,
Like,
there are no
there's-
games with
No,
bad
there's
mechanics.
yeah, there are no games with bad mechanics. Now I don't know what the name of the game is, but there is a game that's completely quick time.
Heavy Rain
Yeah,
is one of them.
but if the game's built around the mechanic, that's all right.
Yeah, if it's like one that throws like quick time event in a cutscene, you're like, oh, I just lost because I wasn't expecting it.
Yeah.
What was the new Kinect game where you're on rails? You're like
Crimson Dragon.
No, you're in a plane.
3D.
Oh no, that's D4.
D4.
But it's not. You're not. Well, I guess you're
It's
on
kind
rails.
of on rails, but you control where your rail is.
Yeah, the plot moves as you do. Like you can take as long time as you want.
As long
Yeah,
as
Yeah.
but I'm saying there's no.
Yeah, you don't walk freely.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which
yeah.
would be difficult.
Yeah.
That
game's perfect. That game's so good.
You like that game?
It's really good. I mean, I haven't played it. I've just watched Jake play it.
I've watched Jake get really annoyed with it.
I
He's
enjoy
not
it.
very good at using the mechanics.
Well, yeah. Jake, you're bad.
I don't think he has patience for it. I wish he was here to defend himself.
He enjoys it. Definitely, like, because he's a big Sweery fan, bigger than I am. But oh, look at that. Link's catching up.
Yeah.
But, no, I think D4 is great.
Yes!
And that's a good...
This is the first time I've been in the same place for quite a while. And Lucario just took it again, maybe.
Boom.
Okay.
Wow.
So,
Intense.
Get off the edge, Lucario, you dumb...
They
no.
love hanging out over there. I think.
Lucario walked off the edge one time.
I think it's because the CPUs know that they're staged there, but don't know where the boundary is.
Yeah.
So they're just walking off because there's flat surface there, and the CPU knows to go to a flat surface, but it doesn't know not to walk beyond the boundary. That's weird.
Yeah.
Huh.
Lucario's back up.
Lucario keeps trying to counter, and he's not countering anything. He's just using the move.
Yeah.
I'm really bad at platformers.
Mm-hmm.
Jumping is
So
a
just-
terrible
Commandment.
I did that earlier, and now you're doing it.
Oh my god.
I called David Jamin.
Jamin. That's not my name.
I don't know.
That's
It's
alright.
That's all right.
Really, that's my worst experience in most games is just being bad at platforming. That's the worst
Yeah.
Mechanic.
mechanic.
Commandment.
No, if I were to say the whole thing, it would be Kamanic.
That was the worst laugh. No.
So that's what we're just gonna start. We're not gonna.
Commanding. Okay. No, I
Oh.
like it better.
Oh, I did have one. Zelda 2. All of it was the worst mechanic, but specifically the level up system in that game.
It's just grinding, dude.
Well, it's bad because you have to grind for a half hour before you can even go to the first area of the game,
Yeah.
and that should never be. That's not.
Hey, that sounds like a familiar game. Maybe like World of
Warcraft.
Warcraft.
Warcraft World.
Literally 10 hours before you get to the game. That's not good.
No.
I don't care if it's an MMO. It's not good.
Did you hear about the guy that got to level 80
Yep.
in the
starting
in
area?
the starting area?
He was the first person to max his level before choosing alliance.
It's amazing.
It's great. Because I think all he did was pick berries or something in the starting area to get XP. I was gonna say mechanics. Not necessarily a karma mechanic, but one there's no point to it. Like one that's thrown in.
Okay.
In Fallout.
No, Fallout because
No,
it's
they're all just all
Jesus.
just
okay. Link and Lucario are tied.
Oh,
wow.
this is good. I like this.
Lucario's gonna have the most kills, dude.
You
For
know,
real.
sometimes
Is
I
that how
feel
it
like
works?
No, it's whoever
just
lives.
purely elimination. Yeah.
yeah, it's just elimination.
But I
I
like
mean, we can look at kills.
Yeah,
Uh,
it'll show us after this.
Yeah.
yeah, just so that we know who did the best at killing.
Game.
It's all about survival.
Well, what was I gonna say? Oh, even Fable's karma system doesn't really change the way the game.
No, because they want you to have a good time either way.
Yeah.
And they built it so, like, even if you're ugly, scary guy,
Mm-hmm.
people are still attracted to you.
Right.
It's like a fear attraction.
Yeah, and even if, well, you do get different missions, but they're not different. They're the same. Really.
Yeah.
Because you have, like...
You either protect something or you attack
the something. Yeah, it's...
Yeah. I would say Fallouts are good. In New Vegas, they were thrown in because it's like they did not matter in New Vegas.
Wait, there was karma in New Vegas?
Yep.
I
Are
didn't
you
even
doing
know-
Are you doing a joke?
No.
Yeah, there's karma in New Vegas. Doesn't matter because literally all like it's one of those games where they want you to have a good time. But like Fallout 3, it did matter. Like there was
Like Fallout 3, it was still idling in the background.
yeah
Which is okay. That sometimes that's better.
yeah
Oftentimes that's better, but it wasn't. I didn't dislike it. It just felt unused mostly. Link's in the
Link's
lead.
in the lead.
Ah.
this could be the biggest comeback
No.
since the Kim
Only
Kardashian
by
video.
2
Yeah.
points, 3 points. But anyways, what was the game you were saying? I don't think you ever said it.
No, I was just saying.
Not Fallout.
I didn't actually choose a game.
He just said that the mechanic itself.
It can be bad.
Yeah.
New Vegas would be an example of like there's no point to it. There's literally no point to the karma in New Vegas.
Yeah, there was a lot wrong with with New Vegas, but
I liked how
it was,
well it worked. Like how it didn't glitch at all ever. There was no bugs.
You're thinking of a different game,
No.
like Solitaire, not on the computer.
Think of Solitaire in one of those handheld travel games you get at the checkouts at a fucking Piggly Wiggly.
Was that? Those are only in the South, aren't they?
Yeah, we don't have any Piggly Wiggly.
Yeah, don't have them here. What?
No, we're in the North.
Oh God!
They're homing in on us.
They'll narrow it down. They'll know that we live in Akron.
God.
Wink.
Now they don't. They know we're not in Akron.
Not
my God.
necessarily.
They don't know
Shit,
whether
Lucario
we
keeps
are
walking off the edge.
Yeah, Lucario got stupid all of a sudden.
Warriors.
Wario's not doing well, guys. He's about to go
Jake,
into the
why
dots.
did you do this?
It's okay, because he's not actually here. I was thinking
Yeah.
we'd just play with 3, possibly, anyways. What happens if we have 5 people here?
Oh, well, Brit actually had a great idea, and we're going to let the audience in on it now, of doing all the CPUs at random, and then just putting bets on characters.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
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 So any other mechanics or anything? We
Oblivion.
can wrap this up and then just spectate, I guess.
Yeah, because it's getting down to
It's-
the final
There's a
Oblivion.
lot of
minutes.
Oblivion, by comparison to Skyrim, one of its worst things was it was so robotic.
Yeah.
I loved they gave a lot of abilities, but they didn't balance it out with feeling natural. Like you have a variety of different fire spells that
Mm-hmm.
all were exactly the same except for simple data.
Right.
And it just did not feel rewarding enough. And that sort of thing carried out through almost all of Oblivion. I was just talking about that earlier.
Yeah.
And
You know, it's really weird, because they fixed those problems in Skyrim. All the spells seem really unique.
yeah,
But the story itself kind of suffers, because I don't feel as connected to the storyline of Skyrim as I did to the storyline of
I don't
Oblivion.
know. I think that's much more subjective.
Well,
It's
I
really difficult with...
guess so, but I've met so many people that also have that issue that, like,
I honestly
Skyrim is
Actually, I
fun,
think-
but I don't find myself caring about the people I'm helping.
Actually, I think Skyrim did at least one part of the story really well, and that's having the Civil War, where it wasn't exactly like there wasn't a bad decision or a good decision. You had some people who were like for the Stormcloaks if they were thinking about it legitimately, or for the Imperials if they were legitimately arguing.
Don't like the Civil War simply because when you complete the quest, it doesn't change anything in the world.
I agree.
Because no one goes, the Civil War is over. They're just like,
congratulations.
But all the people are still acting like it's still going on.
I know. That's something Bethesda has always kind of disappointed me with. Like, in New Vegas, I finished the Heliod power plant quest, and it got up and running, and I was like, oh, this will probably activate all these new quest lines now that the nation has power and all this other stuff. And nope, didn't change anything. It was hardly recognizable that it was even functioning from the outside.
Right.
Bethesda has that problem, but what I liked about the Civil War is that you could have like a legitimate human argument, so you felt really invested following one side or the other, because it wasn't like, well, I decided to do the good thing, or I decided to do the bad thing. It's like, I really feel for following the Imperials or following the Stormcloaks, because they tried to become more controversial.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that is a really good way of involving people, is getting them worked up by that sort of thing.
Yeah. I just wanted to say I like the Oblivion. I prefer Oblivion spells to Skyrim because spellcrafting. Simply because of spellcrafting.
Well, that's
because
actually,
once you get to a certain level in Skyrim, it's like this is the best spell. Right. But like spellcrafting in Oblivion seemed limitless.
I think
it's like I want to add ice and sparks and fire and
and you can just
paralyze them. Why not?
Right. But if they, by the nature of creating more unique spells for Skyrim, that made spell crafting much more difficult. I think they still could have done it, but at the same time,
I know why they did.
You can never. Yeah. They could have done a whole lot more, but
it would have had to been way different. Okay, Lucaria is attacking the girl, which if you do that, she just hits you back.
Oh my goodness!
Wait, for
Link's
real?
gonna take
attack
it.
The people just hit you back if you hit them.
I'm three. Warrior's gonna.
He must. The CPU must see it as an enemy then.
Because he was just launching fireballs at it.
Yeah.
Unless he was thinking he could get past it or something.
No, he probably saw it as an enemy.
What's Link's health? Like, how do you know when around 30, I guess.
You were at 130.
Yeah. Yeah, but he left the thing, I realized, so it didn't tell anything.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take it.
Yeah,
I'm a little mad.
We're in it. I think that Link's actually he's just pulled through.
Yeah, he was like behind the entire time, but really not by.
Lucario, what happened?
It was that moment where everyone on the screen just walked to the left and killed themselves. That Link was like,
Reset.
I know how to do.
Lucario just did walk to the right and kill himself.
I'm doubling. Yes.
Okay, everybody getting up on Link.
So
please.
Wario's about out. This is going to be the last.
You know.
See if he does anything before he goes. No, it doesn't look like he's going to.
Oh, he just.
Last episode, I said how I wasn't really interested in most competitive games. I just don't feel. I don't really care about one team or another. If I watch a 2-player thing, I'm just watching it happen, and I think it's interesting, but I don't really get worked up.
Yeah.
Going into this.
See ya, Wario.
Wario's gone. Jake should have chose better by being here and actually made a decision for himself. What were you saying, Ryan?
Going into this with having to
Lucario, why'd you do that? Why did you do
Going into this already attaching myself to a character.
Right.
It does. I can feel a little excited if it's not being shown by. I think I'm mostly surprised more than anything.
Yeah.
It's a cool comeback. I'm a little upset because I was like, yeah, I'm gonna win this.
I was with you too. It's like, Lucario would really have to do something pretty amazingly terrible.
He walked off the edge like 15 times. Yeah, that did it.
That probably may have contributed.
He keeps attacking the girl.
Stop.
Attack the boy, Zelda. Zelda's the boy.
I said Zelda's a boy? No. No? Oh, so it's... I've got the same amount of lives as both of you combined.
Yep.
And,
Damn it.
yes.
Meta Knight.
Get it in.
He keeps trying to counter. Like that little move where he's like, "Ooh," is a counter, and he's doing it when
he's doing it wrong.
Stay in the middle. Just stay in the middle, Lucario.
Yeah, just do your thing.
No, where are you going?
Then walk off the edge. Okay. Wow. What was Link doing?
It was. You see that dip, the Dudley dip he did?
Yeah.
Did we mention how all the characters are supposed to be...
No, we didn't mention it at all. So here at the end, all of the characters are dark because I forgot to mention that this is the October Halloween episode.
Well, for those of you who stayed to watch it to this point, it's a Halloween episode.
It was a Halloween
October episode.
Yeah.
Which features Halloween.
What is Meta Knight doing?
Features Halloween.
Or
he's flying around.
Or New Year's.
At least we knocked him down to.
Oh.
Meta Knights went away.
I want to call Meta Knight like Mennonite. What are those guys called? Mennonite?
Yeah, they're Mennonites.
What? Everybody answered me. It was just
Yeah,
like a
you had it. You said it right, so it didn't matter what we said.
I said Meta Knight.
Okay. Mennonites. Mennonites. Oh, Mennonite's gone.
Come on, Lucario, stop!
Yeah, Lucario's gonna make a huge comeback here.
He could.
Oh, I thought he zipped up. Just killed himself.
See, he countered!
Oh.
Why did he counter? Just blast him.
Yes.
Get one more kill. That's the least I can...
At least I can do for you.
Why did...
I think you might give me this one more kill. I think you're gonna get it.
Yeah, probably.
Oh. Ooh, that was a good... Oh, I got hit by the bacon.
By the bacon? Man, everything on the stage just hurts you.
Yeah, the stage just sucks. What are you doing? Get away from the edge!
Yes!
What?
No, he missed!
It dissipated right before it was about to hit him. Like, just barely.
Oh my god.
Oh.
The bacon saved
The bacon saved Link. That's ridiculous.
There we go. Lucario, you fought well. It was second to last.
He could still, that would be the even more amazing.
He could conceivably come back from it.
Items would have made this a lot different because Lucario would have picked up a maximum.
Well, you just walked off the edge, Link.
Oh, Lucario was gonna do it too. He's like, "Oh, is that what we're supposed to do? Is that how this game goes?"
I knew it.
This is the way.
My master said no.
I'm winning.
Was that a Rat Race reference?
No, but you could take it that way.
Dead air.
Yeah,
this is just so.
It's so intense.
Come on,
It
Link.
got us all on edge.
Can you edit in some suspenseful music?
No.
Yeah.
I guess since you asked me to, I will. But then the dead air comment's not gonna make sense.
Let's see the kills.
Okay, I actually have to do a
You
thing.
just have to hit A.
All right.
It seems appropriate because I got last place last time,
Yeah.
and it was because
I got second place last time. I'm second.
Wow.
I'm silver medal man. Wow, you got
Wow.
80.
Wow.
I got the least amount of kills.
Meta Knight did the most.
Oh.
Though.
Wowza.
That's crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, so that was
Yeah.
good.
Good job,
Good.
guys.
Good. Congratulations, Ryan, on winning this week.
Yay.
Maybe I'll pick a actual champion next time.
I'm a
guys.
professional
hopefully.
picker. 50% of the time.
Stick with me. You'll get a silver medal for sure.
Thank you all for for sticking with it for this time. I've been Wizard Black Mage. We've 8 Brit.
I have been 8 Brit.
He he has been. I will no longer be that. No. 8. Check out Brit's
Artist
channel.
formerly known as 8 Brit.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And I'm not Jake.
No, you're not Casey this
Yeah,
week.
this week you weren't Casey.
Oh,
Jake's just not here.
I'm Jake.
Jake's not here. You were filling in for Casey.
But so
I mean, you're still not Jank. I guess it's a statement, but you were filling in for Casey.
Okay.
Again, check out
the most consistent character.
You can check out Ryan in the Super Virtual Squad, Nino Cooney, and Drakengard videos. And all, yeah.
I'll link those two.
Watch me inappropriately use a PlayStation controller.
It's really hard to watch, so check it out.
Check it out. It's great.
I like how someone in the comments of that two episodes like describing how
like you can press this button and this button, and it's much easier. Like, yeah, keep watching. We figure it out. Because like as soon as I get the controller, I'm like, oh, this is how it's supposed to be played. Like instantly.